Hey guys, how are we doing? I hope we're doing spectacular.
Welcome back to a brand new episode, y'all.
We've got the tea, all right? And it's a bit of a news, shocking, because you're under attack.
Whoa, what do you mean we're under attack?
We are under attack, okay?
Y'all.
And it is the most genius type of war because it's a spiritual warfare. You know, that's not something that we can see in our physical world, but it's something that we feel mentally, right? Spiritually.
Yes. And eventually that is going to affect the physical world.
Absolutely.
And so before we even dive into this method of us being under attack, y'all, go ahead and like and subscribe if you have not done so already. We do drop videos like this every single week. So we're back, okay? So like you said, we're being attacked in all different type of ways. And I feel like we should go through with them, the top main 4 ways we're being attacked, right?
Yes.
By the government, reptilians, the 1%, you name it. These people.
We know who they are, y'all. It's they, them. Because we know they for real.
Right? And
so there are 4 really major ways that they're attacking us. Particularly our pineal gland because of what it can do for us, right?
Yes, for decades now. So very well thought out plan because it's affecting generations upon generations of people.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one is aluminum. I mean, it is a common chemical, found almost everywhere we think about it, right? Your cars, aircrafts, tanks, and very common in the kitchen. You have your cookwares, aluminum foil, and they tell you, of course, in small traces, it's non-toxic. You have nothing to worry about if it's just little dust here, little dust there. But over decades of using this non-small traces of this chemical ingredient, it's definitely going to leave huge toxicity around your body, especially your respiratory system, right? We're talking about your lungs, right? And it is affecting your bloodstreams, and it is like one of the most common, chemical that's linked to Alzheimer's and dementia.
Oh yeah.
So aluminum in your bloodstreams, aluminum in your brain, y'all, is anything but small.
It's not supposed to be in our bodies, period.
At all. Yeah. And the powers that be have been sneakily, putting this in our environment for decades now. So y'all, listen.
We're under attack, like we said. The next thing is our glyphosates.
Yeah.
Glyphosate. It is found in the herbicides, that they're spraying on our fruits and vegetables. Whoa. So a lot of us are realizing, okay, man, we don't want to eat meat no more because all that disease and stuff in it.
Keep it.
Right? But now we're having issues with our vegetation because they're being sprayed with pesticides and chemicals that are terrible for our bodies. And now they're coated in all kinds of the foods that we consume, nuts.
So are vegetables not even safe?
No, and I love my almond milk, guys, because I don't drink real dairy milk, whatever. Yeah. And even now, I'm like, dang, they got to my almond milk. Yo.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is insane the amount of stuff that they're pushing out there. And on top of it, not all fruits and vegetables are from nature. A lot of them are man-made. So they have unnatural amounts of components in it, potatoes having way too much starch than normal.
Yeah.
And because it's not man-made. Just one of the examples, or they'll make certain fruits and they're more acidic than they are sweet, I think pineapples is not real.
Yeah, I think you did say
it's man-made, very acidic. So while some of it's good, they're putting stuff in our foods, y'all.
Yeah, okay. Number 3 ways that you're being attacked here is fluoride. And they've programmed all of us into thinking fluoride is a very important chemical that we need. We need it. We need it for our water, to purify it, to make it clean for us to drink. I mean, yuck. That's what separates us from a third world country that has brown, muddy water, right? Like fluoride.
Chemicals.
Yeah, come on. They're putting it in a place where, like I said, they have been conditioning us and calcifying our brain or pineal gland now for centuries in our water, and it's also put in our toothpaste. They that be in power, when I tell you, they got you from every corner, every
they got
angle.
You locked down. There's no way you can turn to. What are you gonna do?
Your toothpaste, what your water, your food.
Yeah, and if that's not bad enough, guess what?
No way.
We've got the number one weapon against you is the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth.
I am saying so.
Terrible for our brains, okay, with the EMFs that it emits, but also like the effects that it has on our brain as well. All right, Wi-Fi, simple things like that, can lead to schizophrenia. These are all kinds of examples, kind of like how you listed before, of what can happen to your brain when you attack your pineal gland long enough, okay? We think that little thing is not important in the center of our heads, but not only is it the most sensitive, it is the thing that needs protection the most.
Tell them.
Okay? It is linked to a lot of mysteries behind the things that humans are able to do, versus than just what we're told to do. Okay, things like being psychic, being knowing what the neighbor's thinking, things like
it's like a superhuman gland.
Yeah. Like
legit.
You can do these things with your pineal gland intact. So now you understand why they're attacking you. Okay? They need you to be able to stay complacent, stay in your situation right now, and be like, oh, I'm good with that. Right? So you can be controlled.
Okay? They want you to desensitize. They want you to say, oh, well, I can't, everything is horrible to eat, then let me just, might as well eat shit. Why does it matter? You can't have vegetables, you can't have meat, you can't have this. They want you to get frustrated.
To the point where you just give up. Yeah. And it's hopeless. Now we're feeding our children these chemicals that we know are terrible for them. What a world we live in, right? Yeah. How to get us not to care so much, all right? Now, that's why we're spreading awareness, because we need to do better than that, guys. It's one thing that we couldn't protect ourselves. Getting to the point where we can't protect our children, that is worse. How can you sleep at night?
Okay. And, as there are ways too, because we talked about the four main common weapons being used against us, there must be some type of solutions or techniques that we can do to combat those, right? And I want to say the first one, which we already know, right? Because we've been so desensitized to accept it as is. But let's going back to intentional shopping, intentional eating, where we are looking at these labels. And don't get fooled by organic anymore. Don't get fooled by vegan anymore, okay? Those are now labels that corporations can be bought. Look good for you. You got a sticker. Dive deeper into those ingredients and labels.
Absolutely.
So, we can make a very thorough choice for yourself, educated.
I was gonna say, to add to that, educate yourself, do some research on what's going on out there. Stop taking the words of people who looks trustworthy, because the ones who looks trustworthy are the ones
we're gonna tell you
ready, who are more willing to deceive you. Just guys, really be open-minded and do your research on what's out there. And then to add to intentional shopping and being careful what you buy, learn to grow your own foods.
Yes.
Farming is a skill that I see a lot of people who are aware of this. It's on the rise. Our mom got a farm now. Grow your own food, because then you know exactly what's going on into your body. And these are less things that people can use to control you or to poison you, right?
That part.
The next thing is prayer, affirmations, positive talk, whatever you want to call it. Is some people just get weirded out by certain words.
Yeah.
It's everyone needs spirituality. So if you're still at that point where, oh, I'm not spiritual, I think it's time to get over that.
Time. It's like, the saying, you are what you eat, well, you are what you think.
Yes, you are everything.
Yeah.
As you thought. So, pray over your foods. Words are spells. What you say comes into fruition. So if you're blessing your food, then you are,
you're speaking life into it then.
Yeah, and you are dismantling, I'm trying to find the word for that. dismantle the poison or something. You know, like all the chemicals that they put in the food, you can literally...
You're breaking down, like, I get what you're saying. You're breaking down, like, the codes, like, the chemical
you can
bonding.
you can redo the codes of the food through your prayer so that it affects your body in a positive way.
Period. And, you know, with that being said, leading us to intentionally decalcifying your pineal gland, your superhero wand, right? Go ahead on a journey and do that. It could take weeks, months, you know, year, because it all depends on how long have you been down under. If there's a big, you know, rock around your gland, you might have to do this longer, more thorough than others. You know, start off with a simple step. It gets discouraged when you think about all the things now that's gone through crap and you gotta do this and that. Start with getting rid of your toothpaste. Okay, buy Colgate. We're done and tired of the easy accessible toothpaste that has fluoride in there. Get you some that does not. You could create your own. It's like 3 ingredients, you know, bentonite clay, spearmint oil, like charcoal. Now you have a freaking toothpaste you can use.
Okay.
So there we go, right?
Yes, and the last main thing that we would suggest, guys, is to limit yourself with our technology. Okay, I know that there's great things that it's doing for us.
Yes, right.
But the even more negative things that it's doing to us is destroying our brain. You know, our system on a cellular level. Okay. Now these things are happening slowly or differently in a sense where you don't see the you know, the effects right away because of all of this, how they bombarded us with all of these different ways to calcify our pineal gland. We're not going to notice the first difference in our body and immediately say, oh, I know exactly what's doing that. That's that toothpaste I used the other day with the aluminum in it, you know? So keep in mind that the more you take time away from these things, the more sensitive you will become to these attacks, and then you will feel what it is actually doing to our bodies. So limit phone times, you know, turn off your Wi-Fi, stay away from the modem, you know, where the Wi-Fi is plugged in. Unplug it. If you can opt out of certain HVAC, you know, or air essential stuff that uses Bluetooth, I know that you can opt out of them because those companies know how they affect the health of people's bodies. There are plenty of data in the you know, hospital world and the medical world to know what these technology softwares are doing to us.
Okay, but listen, they won't tell y'all. They're gonna keep it as secret as they've been doing for decades.
Yes.
So, but you know, we're here to bring you that knowledge so you can help equip yourself once you know the weapons that's being used against you. Because what did the big man said? He said, "No weapons formed against you shall prosper."
Shall prosper. Okay, but you got to know what you're doing, and you got to know what's out there. Okay, don't just, you know, take people's words for stuff. Look it up yourself, and if you look for the truth, it will find you.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you liked anything that we mentioned, please add it to our comments. You know, like, subscribe. We drop videos like this every week. We're always giving you some tea. All right. So, hopefully you feel more equipped now for the spiritual warfare. It will be going on for many, many, many more centuries.
Many more years. It's been 84 years.
So free yourselves, guys.
Okay. And we'll catch you guys next week.
All right.
Bye.